Now moving on to the question number 4, and this question is actually asking what measures should you take to prevent waterborne diseases. Alright, so waterborne diseases such as typhoid, chlorella, hepatitis B, etc. are actually transmitted by drinking contaminated water. Waterborne diseases spreads or transmit from person to person by drinking contaminated water. So we have to take some measures, we have to take some care so that we can prevent these waterborne diseases. And for that we have some measures which can control waterborne diseases. What are them? First of all, the drinking water should be clean and free from contamination. And how this can be achieved? So this can be achieved by filtration, boiling of water, sedimentation and chemical treatment of water. The next measure we can take to avoid waterborne diseases is we should not allow the water to stand for a long time, as it can become breeding pool for some microorganisms or pathogens. Then the water reservoirs or water resources should be treated and disinfected properly and periodically. Then the proper maintenance of standard practices of hygiene should be maintained, right? Standard practices of hygiene should be strictly maintained in the public catering. So this is how we can actually prevent waterborne diseases, by spreading in the population. Now let's write this answer, and we'll be writing like this, that waterborne diseases like typhoid, chlorella, hepatitis B, etc. spreads by drinking contaminated water. So this is how waterborne diseases actually spreads in the population. But we have some measures. Now the following measures are required to control the transmission of waterborne diseases. What are these measures? First of all, the drinking water should be clean. The drinking water should be clean and free from contamination. Right? And this can be achieved by filtering water, by boiling it, by sedimentation and chemical treatment of water, right? So this can be achieved by filtration, boiling, sedimentation, and chemical treatment of water. And chemical treatment of water. Then the second measure by which we can actually prevent the transmission of waterborne diseases is water reservoirs reservoirs should be disinfected periodically. The third measure is water should not be allowed. Water should not be allowed to stand for a long time. To stand for a long time, as it can become breeding pool for some of the pathogens. Now, standard practice of proper hygiene should be strictly maintained. In public catering. Right? So these all are measures by which we can prevent waterborne diseases, and with this we have completed the solution of question number 4.